Now, from this general survey, which is naturally exceedingly brief and which only touches a few of the interesting phases of it, I want to try to start a series of rather brief definitions of some of the elements of alchemy as we have to contact them and work with them in the future. First of all, alchemy, as we say, has three steps or degrees of adepts. One being the adept himself, one the illuminate, and one the initiate. It likewise had three great works or achievements with which it was concerned primarily under the title or general collective term the magnum opus, or the great work. The first and supreme work of the alchemist was the formation or the production by art and genius of the philosopher's stone, the lapis philosophorum. Now, the creation of the philosopher's stone was associated identically with the adept himself. The adept, or the master of the school, and the philosopher's stone parallel. In other words, the adept and the stone had something in common, almost something in identity. The second work of the great school of alchemy was the transmutation of base metals. This, the formation of physical chemistry for the production of synthetic minerals and metals, was associated with the third step in the cycle, namely the initiate. In other words, the initiate was the transmuter of metals. The illuminist, who was between these two, was identified with the search for the universal medicine. So we have the three steps in relationship to the three grades. The creation of the stone being the work of the adept, the discovery of the universal medicine being the work of the illuminate, and the transmutation of base metals being the work of the initiate. These three men represented the keys to the works of the grades, or differentiated the labors of the three classes or orders of alchemists. The transmutation of base metals into gold was the work of science. The creation of the universal medicine was the work of philosophy. The casting of the lapis philosophorum, or the great stone, was the work of religion. Thus, religion, philosophy, and science were the three grades, as in almost all of the great mystical things, schools and systems. The first grade was, of course, the grade of the spirit, the second, the grade of the soul, and the third, the grade of the body. Thus, the body was the transmuter of minerals, the soul, the discoverer of the medicine, and the spirit, the precipitator of the stone. Von Welling, the great German adept, gives us a very definite series of definitions, indicating that these accomplishments conceal the rituals, rites, and secret ceremonies of the grades, and that therefore, under the heading, for instance, of the transmutation of metals, we have an interesting symbolism. The alchemist represented metals under usually 7 symbols. These 7 symbols being identical with the planetary symbols of astrology. Thus, for instance, lead with Saturn, iron with Mars, and so on. These were the base metals, and they were formed together in the form of a 6-point star composed of 2 interlaced triangles, and in the center a 7th point, so that the 6 points on the points of the stars and the 7th in the center constituted the 7 metals. Now, the alchemists also drew this, as defined in the Septium Verum, in the form of 7 of these 6-pointed star patterns, arranged in a circle like a wreath. In each one, a different symbol of a different metal was in the center, and the other 6 surrounded it on the points of the stars. Each one, therefore, told us the simple point that the alchemist himself made out, namely that each one of the metals contains all the others. Now, if we take the points of the metals and we change these into the 7 liberal arts and sciences, we shall then have a key to the great social reform of the transmutational level of alchemy. In other words, your 7 metals are the 7 departments of human society. They are the 7 arts and sciences. They represent the 7 races, the 7 continents, all of the great systems of septiums by which the world's life and progress are measured. Each of these contains within itself the seeds of all others. And the alchemist says that the seed of universality is within every particular of nature. Every atom contains all the rest. Every center contains an infinite circumference locked within its own essential nature. Also, the alchemist pointed out that every base metal contained within itself pure gold. Now, the amount of pure gold contained within any atom or any minute particle of matter might be so slight as to be practically beyond discovery. But alchemy said, you do not create gold, you make it grow. The seed of the divine metal is within all base metals. And that the transmutation of a base substance is not actually a change into something that did not previously exist, but the release of that which is forever present in all compounds and in all elements. So that alchemy is the nourishing and the feeding of the seed of gold in everything.